What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing today? Welcome back to the channel, and we are doing another commentary / origin video. And thank you so much to everybody who has reached out, sent some messages regarding the commentary videos, that you guys actually got something out of it. And I mean, I understand that it's not normal content for this channel, but I've been enjoying doing it, and you guys seem to get something out of it too. So thank you all so much for those messages. It means a lot. If you see the video flicker, it's because of this damn webcam, and I only have so many ports in my fucking laptop, so unfortunately it's not getting the power it needs to, streamline an actual flawless video. So don't think it's your TV, don't think it's your laptop or phone, it's all on me. It's the technology I've been blessed with. So that being said, today's song is Suehalfemfog. This is a song that I think is one of the most popular live songs that we have. It's definitely the most lighthearted in the sense of it's really upbeat, it's fun, it's funny, it's supposed to not take itself too seriously. And little do you know, there's a lot that I want to unpack with this song. So in order to do that, I'm going to switch up the, the workflow of this video from the last ones. I'm going to play most of the song, maybe a couple pauses here and there. But after the song, I really want to kind of get into the whole making of, the backstory of where it all came about and why it's so important in the catalog of not just Johnny Nocash, but also Johnny Nocash and the Celtic Outlaws. And I also really want to address some new musicians and current musicians on some advice on your next record or EP, because when I was thinking about how to execute this particular video, something came to mind that I think is really beneficial to musicians of all caliber. So stick around after the video is finished. I'll give you guys a huge in-depth backstory of the song, its origins, and then a little bit of insight on your next album. So without further ado, I'm just going to give a quick little intro here, and then we're going to get into the song. So this song was recorded in 2021. So at the time, the pandemic was happening. This was at the beginning of the year, I believe. And once we finished recording 36 Fucks, which was live off the floor, I went back to my apartment and decided to make a video. Now, at the same time, we really didn't have much of an idea for this video, but I wanted it to be creative. I wanted it to be fun. I wanted it to contrast every other video we'd also made up until that point. And I think I did a pretty good job with this one. This was a totally new direction. Unfortunately, I'm just the only person in the video, but there is a thematic theme for this particular video, which I'll get into maybe a little bit later, especially after the video is finished. But I do want to share the video with you, a little bit of tidbits of how it was made and some of the obstacles that I faced making this type of video. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm really stoked to share this with you guys. If you haven't seen it, by all means, the full video without me rambling over it is available on YouTube. I'll leave it in the link below. And if you do like this song, I want to know why. What's your favorite verse? What's your favorite line? This is a great song to not just play, but also relive. So here we go. Suehalfemfog, or otherwise known as straight up hard as fuck motherfucking OG. And that's what Suehalfemfog stands for. It's a made-up word. All right, here we go. So, yeah, so that's my apartment. At this point, I think this was like broad daylight, and I just came up with this idea, I think that same day. And I was just ambitious during lockdown, of course. You didn't have a whole lot to do, so you had to, find projects to work on, and this is one of them. So here's Suehalfemfog. Hope you like it.
I don't care what the fuck you gotta say. I'm gonna get fucking drunk every fucking night, and you better understand my bullshit. The bottle's almost out. Forgive me.
Can't believe I had this many wardrobe changes.
I'll fucking roll a fucking joint and I'll pass it down the line. Even though I'm dry as fuck, I'm pretending that it's mine, and then I'll smoke all your smokes and I'll move on to your friend. Yeah, probably fuck your girlfriend, doggy style in your bed. Come on. I'm the straight up
I'm just going to stop it after every verse. So the cool thing about this video, I find, is that all the characters are related to the character that's singing. Now, this character has been explored before on Dagger Road, and again, I'm not going to waste too much time giving origin stories during the video commentary. I'm going to save that for the end, but I really do love the fact that I happen to have all these fucking different wardrobe changes in my apartment to explore with, and I love that they contrast each other too. And another thing I really wanted to do, and you'll notice this as the video goes on, is have the characters kind of have a separation from each other. Not saying that they're the same character just wearing different clothes. I really wanted each character kind of to live in their own skin, in their own world. And I'm just, again, so happy that it worked out the way it did. And one thing before we go on, to keep the camera fucking as still as humanly possible while I was doing these wardrobe changes, changing my hair, getting new props, was a fucking nightmare in and of itself. Of course, you do see it kind of, shift ever so slightly between shots. But I mean, honestly, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I could have easily green screened it, but I didn't. And I was just like, the hell with it. We're going with this. And I'm really happy that I stuck with the practical way of doing things. So I'm just going to rewind this a little bit here. And some of the chorus. Yeah, there's my Habs jersey. I think it was a Patrick Wall one. Here we go.
I'm the straight up hard as fuck motherfucking OG. I'm the straight up hard as fuck motherfucking OG.
I miss that necklace, man. I don't know where it went.
Naked fridge. I'll see the neighbor's house is only guarded by a fence, so then I make a big announcement.
Magic the Gathering,
with
baby.
My coat. I'll swig an empty bottle. I'll steal your final toke. Could anyone please pay attention to me? I'm trying to make a fucking scene or threaten Italy because I'm way too cool and your crew is sucking balls. On second thought, I can't walk. I'm crashing down your hall. Come on. I'm the straight up hard as fuck motherfucking OG.
So, yeah, like, I mean, just to go back onto that verse and some of the cool things that I explored with this version of the song, because I did record this as a solo version for the end, which came out, maybe 4 years before the Celtic Outlaws kind of started their thing. But I really like that I start exploring with the aggression in my voice nearing the end, and then I go really low. I'll threaten that I'll leave, and then way too cool, way too cool. I like that I was playing around with my vocal kind of enunciation and just like the pitch during this specific verse, because I don't do it in verse 1 or 3. And it was great just exploring with it. And again, this song is sonically, it's really wholesome with the angelic background vocals, and just kind of like the melody and harmonies all in itself is kind of a wholesome sound, but it's masked and countered with the lyrics of the song, which is clearly about a fucking asshole that's just taking everyone's shit, ruining their house, their lives, and claiming that, he is God's gift to fucking mankind. And that's one of the interesting things is with this song is just the arrogance of this character and like the sheer audacity of his self-esteem, which we'll explore in the third verse, is completely shattered by that point. But I really do like the overall, the visual that you get while you listen to this song. Now, some people just listen to each part and find it funny or find it, humorous. But there's actually so much more going on in this song, and its prequel song, which I'll get into after the video is finished. But yeah, I'm just really happy at how this turned out altogether. And the boys, like, I love Jay's bass line. We kind of cut out in this third verse. Keep your ears open for this, because we all drop out at one point and Jay has the floor with his bass, and it's just like this neat, boppy, happy-go-lucky bass line that I think really, really adds to this song. And Howie did something similar as well when he was in the band. And I think that Jay, was probably inspired by Howie's execution, but he really wanted to make it his own, and he did. So super cool with that. So here we go. We're back into it. And also, who's your favorite character in the video? Do you have one? I have one. And I mean, I like them all. I think they're all kind of fun, and they all have something special about them, but I definitely have one, and I'd love to know if you guys do. So here we go.
Because I'm way too cool and your crew is sucking balls. On second thought, I can't walk, I'm crashing down your hall. Come on! I'm the straight up hardest fuck motherfucking OG. I'm the straight up hardest fuck motherfucking OG. So what I didn't fuck the dope I smoked was shake, and all the booze I drank was straight up lemonade. So what the coke you saw was salt, and the shrooms I ate were button. And why the fuck is my wallet full of fucking nothing? Wait, what the fuck is this dick drawing on my face? My pants are filled with hand cream, my pubes are feeling shaved. Okay, so this is fucking bullshit. Now someone wanna explain. I'm guessing you're just jealous of my badass fucking name. They call me, yeah, that's right, the stud. I'm the straight up hardest fuck motherfucking OG. I'm the straight up hardest fuck motherfucking OG. I'm the straight up hardest fuck motherfucking OG. I'm the straight up hardest fuck motherfucking OG.
I mean, it's pretty obvious I was having a fucking blast doing this. I do want to revisit that last part here for a second, but one of the cool things about this song in particular was the whole band got to sing on it. I'm pretty sure Memphis sang on it as well. I mean, Jay was always a backup singer in all of our live shit, and Corey even would add some vocals here and there too. Memphis, on the other hand, he wasn't really into the singing thing, but we did need a pretty big chorus for this song, so we did need to use everybody's voice if they were willing, and I'm pretty sure that everybody sang on that chorus with me. And you can definitely tell Jay's voice, because he sounds like a fucking Mack truck driving down a highway. Ooh, fucking right. And I'm just, one of the nice things, I understand that 36 Fucks wasn't a great EP that we released. It was done by ourselves. It's definitely a downgrade from a lot of the previous recordings that we had done, but this was during COVID, and we really did want to kind of at least release some of the old tracks and some of the tracks that we played live to the public, rather than forgetting about them. Because they were some great songs that we all love playing live, and this was just a great opportunity to release something new, especially during that time. And one last thing about Memphis's guitar here, I love just at the end where there's that big angelic that he kind of fucking matches with me there too. It's just it's a whole band excursion, and I love that everybody shines within this particular song. I think actually most songs we all had a great balance of guitar, acoustic, bass, drums, and vocals. And this song is just one of those great examples where everybody got to shine at their own little parts. So I do want to go back to Jay's little bouncy, bassy part. And then I'll wrap it up, and then I'll give you guys a whole breakdown on the lore of this story, the character, how it all came to be, and why I think this song is so important to the catalog. And not just that, but what you as a musician can learn from this going forward in your musical career. So let's do this. Yeah.
Explain. I'm guessing you're just jealous of my badass fucking name they call me. Yeah, that's right. The stud. I'm the straight up hottest fuck motherfucking.
I love how everyone's just letting loose and enjoying the song. All these characters are just really, really embracing it. Except for the businessman. There we go. Listen to this part.
Hot as fuck, motherfucking G.
Nice. Yeah, you really got to emphasize the fucks if you're going to say them in a song. And I really emphasize it in Southbound. We'll get to that song eventually. But yeah, this is probably, now it's arguably, it's not one in our top songs that we've released, and I can tell because I can see the numbers. But personally, I think this is one of the best songs live specifically. And I think it's probably the most re-listenable song. I think there's a lot to enjoy with this particular track from start to finish. I don't find that it kind of lags anywhere. It continues going down that road that's quite easy and to digest personally. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now, what was your favorite character? Mine was the painter. I don't know why. I find the painter character to be, I guess, the most interesting and charming. But it's amazing, again, that I had all these fucking wardrobe changes at my disposal. And not just that, but the props. So that is Suehalfemfog. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you're still here, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of the origin of the song and the character. And then, as I said, I'm going to discuss why it was so important for the catalog and what you can do for your next record. So first and foremost, Suehalfemfog is actually a sequel to a previous song from Dagger Road called My Life Blows Big Balls. Now, if you're familiar with that song, you'll realize the sheer similarities, not just lyrically, but even sonically. Both songs literally use the same riff as the verse as the chorus. I just changed the vocal structure and execution for the chorus, and then I return to the same fucking riff for the verse, and I just kind of slow it down a little bit. The reason why, I mean, when you hear a lot of Johnny Nocash stuff, most of it comes across as aggressive, dark, very kind of moody at times. And one thing that I wanted to do very early on in my musical journey was I didn't want to be pigeonholed at all in a specific genre. I really wanted to have some freedom, some fun, some lighthearted moments, and I really wanted to explore lyrically. And if you're constantly singing about a specific theme over and over and over, well, it gets stale and it gets boring, and not just for you as the artist, but even for the audience or the listener. And very, very early on when I started this project, I explored comedy. I explored really lighthearted themes, lots of swearing, lots of interesting ways of expressing characters. And My Life Blows Big Balls was a really important song, not just for the record, Dagger Road, but also for me as an artist. And the reason for that is I really needed to break up my dark kind of thematic path that I was headed down. Now, when you look at Dagger Road, there's a couple funny songs in there, like Buck 20, Hey Fiddle Diddle, and Ghost Woman's a little dark, but it's definitely got some humorous elements to it. But the front half of that album to the back half is ultimately pretty dark and depressing. And I needed, for myself and again for the listener, to have a break. And that's why I wrote the song My Life Blows Big Balls, which is the same character in Suehalfemfog. And the origin of that song is about a fella that basically is trying to convince everyone else around him, including and most importantly himself, that he is the coolest fucking guy on the planet. He is an arrogant, lying prick, and he is completely delusional. He's very selfish, he's self-serving, and he really only thinks about himself. He's basically like a borderline narcissist to some degree. But the thing is that he's so self-unaware, he's so unaware of himself that it kind of it does come across in a humorous sense. Like, this guy's just so oblivious to the rest of the world around him that he has this tunnel vision that he just needs to prove to everybody that he is the shit. And that's why My Life Blows Big Balls is at the beginning of the song. It's kind of him accepting the fact that he doesn't have any friends and nobody wants to be around him, and that he is basically toxic to the entire world. But by the end of the song, he kind of embraces this about himself and starts, singing along to his own fucking demise of how cool this guy really thinks he is. And the main line in the chorus is, "I know I'm cool. I'm just the motherfucking stud who still rules." And very juvenile. But then when we switch over to Suehalfemfog and the chorus is, "I'm the straight up hard as fuck motherfucking OG," you can see it's basically just a continuation of My Life Blows Big Balls. Now, getting to the song Suehalfemfog, after Dagger Road was released, My Life Blows Big Balls was a bit of a hit because, again, it broke up the darkness that I would be playing live so much. It really, really helped, loosen people up and not be so tense listening to me pouring my heart out about some really personal and hard to listen to topics. And the next batch of songs that I wrote after Dagger Road, I was going down that road again. Mainly because I'm kind of good, I'd like to say, at making dark, depressing songs. And it was getting to me like I was swimming in the same fucking bathwater, and I needed to break it up again. And it just hit me that, you know what, why don't I reintroduce this character to this new batch of songs, again, to do the same type of thing, to break it up, to have a little bit of air to breathe, rather than you're just being suffocated by this dark theme over and over and over. And it came to me very naturally. I copied the same structure. I basically said, I'm going to do the same thing in the chorus as I do in the verse. It's going to be 3 verses, 3 choruses, boom, we're out. No bridge, nothing fancy, not a goddamn thing. And I copied the same style of rhythm as well. I start out very kind of choppy at the beginning of both songs, and then I kind of let the strings sing for themselves during the chorus. And lyrically, it came so naturally as well. And I do think it is a much better song than My Life Blows Big Balls. And actually, one last thing about the comparison is at the end of Suehalfemfog, when I go hee, it's very reminiscent of how high I start singing in My Life Blows Big Balls too. So that's kind of a breakdown and of the origins of both songs. At some point I might do My Life Blows Big Balls, but I mean, that doesn't have a video, so I don't know what the hell you'd watch other than me just sitting here rambling. But we'll see how that goes. But I hope you guys enjoy Suehalfemfog. It is, to me, a very important song to the catalog. And that being said, I'm going to close off here with a little bit of advice for any musicians out there that might be feeling the pressure of being in a very niche genre. One thing that I would like to pass along, and I'm sure this isn't, rocket science, but I will say that I meet so many musicians throughout my life that, whether they're in a punk band or a metal band or a black metal band or whatever. And I find that as good as they may be, they feel that they're married to the genre. and that if they deviate too far outside of it, they're going to lose fans or people are going to think differently of them. And I personally say, fuck that. I really enjoy the fact that with Johnny Nocash, there was so much freedom to do whatever the hell I wanted and the band what they wanted. We could go heavy. We could come out with songs like Southbound. We could come out with slow ballads like Dark Skies or The Legacy or Flying Man, which is actually a perfect example. That's basically a slow, sad song with very little aggression whatsoever. Sure, there's an emotional part near the end vocally, but I mean, ultimately, it is very different from Burned Alive and Southbound, but it still lives within the same world of this genre that we were playing with. And I really think that bands out there should explore more and realize that you don't owe anybody anything, not a fucking thing. Sure, if you're established into a certain genre, I get it. But if you're just starting out, if you are trying to write a record, have some fun with it. Really try and deviate away to open up the color palette of your music. It doesn't have to be black and white and red the entire fucking time. You can have other colors in there painting your vision and your expression. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. This is my last note here on the topic, but this is a perfect example. A number of years ago, we had a show with a band called Beyond Creation. This was in London, Ontario. And it was like, this is a brutal death metal band. And I think there's 5 fucking bands on the bill. And they were all death metal, all of them. Which is, in my opinion, boring as fucking hell. Why do you have 5 fucking death metal bands on the same bill? Excluding us. So 4 death metal bands and then us. How we got on the bill, no fucking idea. But, you know, some of the members in the Celtic Outlaws were death metal fans. So they were, you know, really excited to play this gig. And I remember all of us sitting down before the show. We were having beers in the park and we were discussing the set list. And some of the members were really adamant about not playing any of our slower songs because we were playing at a death metal show. And I was so against this. And I had to put my foot down. I said, absolutely not. We should be proud of the genre that we play. We should be proud of all the songs that we've created and past, present, future. But we should not have to feel embarrassed for the sake of playing songs that we genuinely like and that we genuinely want to break our set list up. We could have easily played 10 songs that were all within that heavy-ish realm. Fuck that. And I'll remember this specifically. The song in question was Ring of Fire. And we do a pretty heavy version of it. Not heavy, but like it's definitely an homage to Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire, but ours does kind of get into a little bit of a heavier anthemic ballad by the end. You know, it was lots of singing and lots of choruses and lots of sing-along moments. And I remember some of the band were like, no, we should be filling that slot with one of our originals. And I put my foot down. And not to sound, you know, like an asshole, but I was just like, no, we're playing the fucking song. And I'll tell you why. Because everyone, no matter what kind of music they listen to, everyone knows that song. Every single person in that room knows that song. And if they don't, they're going to know it the first time, especially lyrically, especially the first time we sing that chorus. And I got the green light from the boys that, okay, we're going to do this. And I know that they were adamant against it, but I'll tell you this right now. When we played that song, the entire venue lit the fuck up. And we're singing along, they were dancing, and we have a part in that song where we kind of stop everything and we do an a cappella with the audience. And I'll tell you, man, the entire place lit up. People were smiling, no assholes were crossing their fucking arms, slowly bobbing their head in the background. We had every single person in there singing with us. And not just that, but after that song, everyone's ears were more engaged into our set now that we've kind of had a relatable song that everyone knew and were familiar with. And it instantly put us on the map for people's attention in such a dense show with so many very, very brutally heavy and technical bands, considering we are not either of those. So, and one last thing, and we sold so much merch that night. I mean, in our eyes, I think it was like $600, which is pretty impressive for a small little show. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. So stick to your guns, and believe in your gut. And especially if you've got doing something that's a little outside of the box, fucking go for it, push it, because there's too many artists out there that play it safe and, you know, just hope that to be liked, similar to the character of Suehalfemfog in My Life Blows Big Balls. And that's one of the reasons why you get stuck and you feel you're not going anywhere, because you aren't deviating away from the trends or, you know, a structure or that other people have already established. So that being said, I hope you got something out of it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, to be honest. That was a very emotional and tense moment between us and the boys, because I know at the time that was a really important show for us. But I'm very happy that we didn't, you know, get in a fight, not physically, but like I'm happy we all agreed, hit the stage with confidence, knowing that what we were doing, it was the right decision. So thank you guys so much. This is a 30-minute video. Holy fuck, that is a long video. Sorry it took so long, but this was a song that had a lot of backstory to it. I really wanted to add to it with my personal experience and give you guys a bit of advice going forward too. So thank you so much. If you guys have another song that you'd like me to do, let me know, and I'll be sure to get her done as soon as I can. So until next time, stay dusty.